Hi everyone, Pip here. Welcome to another episode of Know Your Fur. Today we have with us this adorable being. This is Glacier. Um, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, for starters, my name is Glacier. I like to pursue knowledge, and my hobbies are pretty strict, which is heavy work because I like working on avatars and stuff. And I also do science as a hobby.
Ooh, genuine scientist. Now, why are you you? Like, why did you choose the species that you chose, which is, if I'm not mistaken, it's a glaceon, yes?
Well, kind of yes and no. So I started pretty much seeing the Nova Beast and like fell in love with it. I'm like, oh, I love it. I gotta have it. So I got it, and kind of the species from there has evolved. Like if we look at my character kind of thing, it's always kind of ever changing. Um, I'm not good at settling in on one thing because when I see something I like, that's fine. I want it. So I get it if I can, and then I see something else, like, oh, I like that too. I also want that. So I'm very indecisive in that matter. And the colors, the blue, well, I love blue. It kind of makes sense. And because of where I live, which is very Nordic, I chose the whole cold and ice theme because that's kind of what I'm used to. And then, yeah, I wanted, I don't know, the name kind of sort of just happened randomly. You know, like the one day you're just taking a shower and then just inspiration hits like a hit in the stomach or whatever. Um, yeah, that happened.
All right, well, now you mentioned something about the area you're in being Nordic. Where's about in the world are you from?
I'm from Europe. I can definitely go more in specifics. I'm from the country called Denmark.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. So a bonus here. Um, but circling back around to why are you you? If you
Mhm.
weren't a Nova Beast, what would be your second option?
That's a great question. I don't think I have a second option. I have more like 13 second options. Um, yeah, I have a tendency to, again, when I see something, like I fall in love with it. I want it. I'm gonna use it, and I'm gonna love it. And so, in that sense, I kind of always change. Like I have a Mayu base as well that I really love, and then all sorts of other things. Most avatars that I have is actually Nova Beast edits, which kind of it's nice, but it's also sad because I want more to have more. Yeah, right. But to have more species or whatever I can be to kind of fit in because I like fitting in and don't being the odd one out, or so to say.
I understand that. I wouldn't know anything about having a lot of second options ever. Anyway, moving on. What drew you into the fandom?
Ooh, well, the classic answer, Robin Hood, Disney's Robin Hood. But no, I've always been a fan of animals as a kid, as ever, honestly, and well, a dying fan of Disney as well. I have watched the Robin Hood a lot of times. I really loved it, and I still do. But then one of my friends one day came to me and like, "Do you know what a furry is?" I'm like, "No, what's that?" I'm like, "I think you would be a furry. You fit that thing. We would fit that clear specification for it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, but what is it?" And then he was like, Go figure it out yourself. And so I
That
looked it up and I'm like, oh, yeah, I think I'm a furry.
yep. It reminds me of that ASFD movie clip of "Don't push this button." Push. Oh, I'm gay now. That's not how I came out, by the way. But
Yeah.
moving along, what? How long have you been a furry?
Like officially 3, 4 years.
Oh,
Unofficially my entire life.
I feel that. But what does it
Yeah.
mean to you? Like, what's being a furry mean to you?
Well, being a furry is a lot of things. So I mean, the furry fandom in general is more like a love of anthropomorphic animals, but it's much, much more than that. It the fandom, as much as anyone else and anything else, evolves over time, and I feel like it has evolved into a community, a big community of the people who are in quotation mark best out of society, and then we sort of stick together, and it's about a lot of creativity. There's so many creative minds in here, and it's honestly just a big sort of family, I feel like, because everyone takes care of each other and everyone is, well, they make sure you fit in when you're in doubts of where you belong. So you always have a place to belong in this fandom. And so
I
I,
like
more
that.
than seeing it as a fandom, see it as a family.
Hey, I agree with that, and um, I feel very similarly. But how has it affected your life, like your personal, professional, so on?
Oh, well, it's made me a lot more happier because now I have friends that feel me for who I am with, like issues and everything as well. And it's nice to have people to talk with because all of a sudden I'm surrounded by people who have had the same issues or different issues, and that creates a deep understanding between people and a way you can cheer each other up that just you can't get with people who don't understand what you're going through or you know what your issues is. And in that sense, it's made me a lot more happier. I mean, well, I found love uh, through this community as well, random, which to me, as someone who thought that love that's just a meaningful, as a meaningless, sorry, emotion, I don't need it. I probably never would find it, but then it happened, and I am very happy that it happened.
And then your boyfriend comes along and ta-da!
Yeah.
Absolute adorable being, by the way. But
mm.
the fandom being like a family and it making you happier and everything else, I love hearing that. Do you have any words of advice for people that are brand new to the fandom, that are brand new furries, they're still bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? Any advice for them?
Well, my advice would try not to shut yourself in or stay silent. I know it's difficult not to. There's a lot of events, there's a lot of opportunities you have to meet people, and when you have your like introvertial thoughts or whatever, there's always a lot of people in this fandom who feels the same. So you're in sense not different. You belong here, kind of thing, if it makes sense. So my uh, suggestion or advice would be go out there and try things instead of staying shy and meet people, and not necessarily in real life, like face to face, but we have VR
Yeah,
chat, which is a very great substitute for meeting IRL. It's you can be you while still seeing people, and
yeah,
in well, the creation of your choice in a place of your choice, which makes everything a lot easier.
yeah. That's very true. It's very true. I'd like to circle
Mm,
back around to the Sona for a moment.
mm.
How long did it take for you to decide on the Sona?
Well, a long time to say the truth. I feel like a soda is not something you just get or make. A soda is by any means sort of a reflection of yourself, I guess you could say. So, which is also why like characters you make and stuff, it evolves over time as you evolve. And so how I got mine was I was just sticking to this like sort of blue theme because I like blue and Nordic, so ice, frost, cold, and I just kept throwing out random ideas, and then I until I found something that sounded cool, like oh that's sick, I like that, and like yeah, let me build on that. So it's much like a puzzle actually. So you have all of your pieces and you slowly put them together until you get a full picture.
I never really thought about it like that. Huh. Well, our last question is, got any advice for furries that are trying to make their persona?
Uh, don't think much about it. Try random stuff. Whenever you find an avatar or species or whatever you feel comfortable in, then that's a great starting point to go off of. So again, with the puzzle thing, you have your pieces. Just slowly build them. So find something you're comfortable with, you feel safe, and you feel like you in, and then from there go on forward.
Okay. Like, one final surprise question.
Mm,
Do you make content of any kind? Do you stream, YouTube, TikTok, anything like that?
no, I actually don't. I do though appear a lot on other streams, but I don't do content myself. And I don't feel like I need to do that. I mean, I don't care much if I'm on stream or in some other's content, but I don't really feel I need to make it myself. If people want to find
Okay.
me, they can find me. I mean, it's like I don't seek attention in that sense, if it makes sense. I'm happy where I am.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much, Glacier. I really appreciate it. Thank you for letting me interview you. I really enjoyed it. And to all of you that are still here, thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hydrate, medicate if you need to, and get some rest. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much again. Until then, bye.